back over here. Should be showing. Oh, hold on. Was it showing our banner? No, crap. Banner. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't go live yet.
Oh, Robert.
Oh, my God. Where? Oh, over here. Don't worry about that. All right. Her journey began at a young age when she realized she could speak with spirits. As the years passed, she learned to understand and control her gift. Now she uses her abilities to investigate the unknown, help others connect with their lost loved ones, and assist wandering souls in finding their way.
His journey began at a young age with a fascination for monsters and ghosts. As he grew older, that curiosity stayed with him. However, tragedy struck when his first daughter, Morgan, passed away from heart disease. Devastated by the loss, he began searching for answers to a question that would change the course of his life. Is it possible to communicate with those who have passed on?
With over 1,200 miles between us and no reason for our paths to intertwine, somehow they did.
The odds of us ever meeting, of our lives crossing at all, weren't good.
Now we work side by side, investigating the unexplained.
Helping the living, helping spirits, seeking answers, seeking peace. So join us on our journey into the unknown.
Oh, he caught us both looking up at the camera. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, welcome to Third Eye Exploration. And we are back in the studio. We got things to work for a change. We're going to have Tim Maile come on here in just a minute. We just wanted to chat, but as usual, I am Bob, and this is...
Tina.
She's sharing a link everywhere.
I'm not as fast as I wanted to be.
Yeah, she thought she'd be a little faster. But, yeah, we're going to get... We had a little tech difficulty with trying to get sound to work so Tim could actually hear us.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think everything's good now. So we'll get him on here, and well, you know what? You want to just bring him on?
Absolutely.
We'll talk about some stuff that happened to us during the week and what's coming up.
Nobody cares about us. Let's talk to Tim.
All right, let me get in the studio here. Oh, hold on. Let me go over and first. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. We got Tim. Let me get his audio going. Hold on 1 minute, Tim, so people can hear you.
Beautiful.
Can you still hear us, Tim?
I can.
Yay!
Hooray!
We do good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. We've got more storms coming in. So if you hear a big bang or the family all runs into the basement, it's because the storms got bad. But otherwise, I'm here.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I saw you posted earlier. You had some water in your basement.
Yeah, it turns out we were a lot luckier than most of our neighbors. There are a lot of streets that are just flooded and people can't get anywhere. And we were fortunate. So a little water in the basement, while it's not ideal, was not the worst case scenario.
Do you guys have hail there as well?
No hail
Oh, that's
yet.
good.
I just saw Scotty's. I just saw his his video. Scotty lives probably an hour and a half south of me.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, he can keep that down there.
Right? You guys are just coming back from a busy weekend too, from what I understand.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to be part of the suicide prevention event at Ashmore Estates. Robin, Terry, and Ashley had us down there. Lauren and I spoke at that, and just a really good weekend. One of those that kind of fills your soul,
Awesome.
and you realize that you're doing something good, and got to investigate with Dustin Perry for the first time. So that was
Oh,
nice too.
fun.
I've known the guy now for over a decade, and
Wow.
we've never been paired together in an event. So this was the first time, and got to experience that, and it was a good time.
I don't think I've ever been paired with you either, doing investigating. I don't
No,
think.
I don't know that we've ever been on the same investigation. Maybe at Ocala. Were you a part of that one?
I don't remember if I was. You do
Yeah.
so many, you forget. But I
Yeah.
don't.
I
know
remember that's where I met you. So yeah, I think that would have been the only one. I investigated with Scott Tepperman and Scotty Rourke that weekend, and
Oh, that would be
Yeah, no,
fun.
I investigated with Scotty way back in 2012 at Pensacola. I think it was Pensacola Paracon. I think it was called back in the day. So I know I investigated with him, but I don't think you were. You weren't at that one. Joe Kudo was with him.
no, I
So
was not cool enough to be at that one.
you were
So,
not. You were not. You were not in the cool group yet.
No,
anyway, so glad to have you on tonight. We wanted to talk about Pawtographs because this is the first time we've been able to come to one of the events, and we're
Yeah.
super stoked.
I'm equal parts excited and equal parts terrified.
Oh,
We are 9 days away. I think everything is in order. We spoke to the hotel today, and everything seems to be good, but something always comes up. But the hotel was very kind to just kind of go over everything again today, and make sure it was what we needed and what we wanted, and now it's just that final push for ticket sales and getting to Houghton Lake, Michigan, and trying to enjoy the weekend. You're going to notice real quick that I'm a bundle of anxiety until it's done, and then there'll be big smiles. But it's one of those events where I just want everything to go perfectly because it's for him,
of course.
and it means so much to me. And this being his 20th birthday, and
Yes.
everybody getting together and just celebrating him and raising a lot of money for Roscommon County Animal Shelter.
That's awesome. I've actually never been able to sit in. I've been to a couple of different events with you, but I've never been able to sit in and hear the story of how you got started with Pawtographs and the story of Murray. So I'm actually very excited to hear that as well. So,
I mean, I could tell it now if you want, or we could just keep it a surprise.
well, I
It's
mean,
totally up to you.
you could tell it now, and I will still sit in and listen to the lecture.
Well, the whole thing behind Pawtographs for Pooches goes back to late 2006 when I got Murray. I was going through a lot of things personally, and just in a really bad place as a human being, going through a lot of anxiety, depression, multiple suicidal thoughts that for the most part I had really fought off. I had just moved into a house probably 3 months earlier, and had found Murray, and he was on petfinder.com, was
Oh.
rescued from the home that he was in because the shelter found out he was being beaten. So they went in and they took him, and they posted about him. I found him. I begged them to let me come see him because from everything they told me, he didn't like men.
Oh, that's funny.
I remembered it. I remember using the line, "I'm not a normal man," and they they let me come and see him. And the long story short, this little puppy that wasn't supposed to want anything to do with me, once he got pointed in the right direction, he ran to me and jumped into my arms.
Oh,
And from that moment on, it was like, oh my God, this is it. I had never had my own dog, and that was something that was a goal of mine when I bought my house. Um, a goal of mine was not to have a bunch of paranormal activity and feel like I was going insane and go through all this other stuff. Um, but when I brought Murray home, he was seeing the things I was hearing.
oh
He
wow.
started instantly following everything that I was hearing. And as weird as it sounds, it made me feel sane for the first time in a few months, because I'd never dealt with anything paranormal before. And then here I am, and just kind of thrust into it.
Oh wow.
Um, Early January 2007, I don't know the exact date. And I think that's because my brain is trying to protect me. Um, I sat in my bathroom with the biggest knife I had in the house. And I just went through friends and family one by one, and why it would be better if I wasn't here. Because I had made it to the point where I kind of felt like a burden. Um, Even though I really hadn't been talking to anybody about it, I just knew that I was different. I didn't like the way I felt. And then you get in that headspace, and people that haven't been there, they truly don't understand. And I hope you're
Yeah.
never there. I really don't. Um, but it's like you almost don't have control over your own thoughts.
Hmm.
And I had gotten to that point, and as I was about to do something unthinkable, I felt something on my left arm, and I looked down, and Murray was just staring at me with his head resting on my arm. And I dropped what I had in my hand. I crumpled to the floor, and I think I cried and held him for like an hour. And in that moment, I snapped out of it. In that moment, he was no longer dog owner; he was father son,
Hmm.
and it started. It started kind of like a love affair, not in a weird way.
Yeah.
um, like for the rest of his life, I just did things every day that meant something to me and meant something to him, and I wanted to thank him for what he had done for me, because I firmly believe if he had not been there, 19 years ago now, that I wouldn't know most of the people that I know these days.
Yeah.
Uh, I wouldn't be here. People wouldn't know who Murray is and what he did for me and how special he is. Um, and about 4 years later, 5 years later after that, I started getting a lot of opportunities in the paranormal field to speak at events. That was right about the time I had filmed for Paranormal Witness, which means I've been milking that for 14 years.
Yeah.
But
Good for you.
yeah, um, but it gave me the platform to make Pawtographs a success. And honestly, when they give you a spot at an event, they give you a table, and I had nothing to sell. And I thought, well, why don't we take pictures of Murray and and we can sell them? He can photograph them. Uh, we used to have, I have it somewhere still, but it's a stamp of his paw, and we would stamp photos of him and then I would personalize
Oh,
them.
That's
I love
awesome.
it.
And that's how we started. And it was a real meager beginnings. And the first event we did, we raised $10.
Hmm.
Um, a few years later, a good friend of mine, John Cassidy, convinced me to do Pawtographs exclusive events. He said, "What if we do a lecture and an investigation, and all of the ticket sales go to the shelter? That way, you can start getting bigger numbers."
Hmm.
And I honestly told him, I'm like, I don't think anybody's going to come to see me talk. Um, but I was wrong.
Hmm.
That first event that we did, we oversold it and raised $741, which at the
Oh
time I was over the
wow.
moon. I was over the moon at the time, and then it started to grow,
Yeah.
and people really resonated with Murray's story. And I always say it's Murray's story, um, because without him, there's no story.
Hmm.
Without him, it's just local man is found in his bathroom.
He was kind of like
He's
your
mortal is
guardian.
not found.
No, it's true.
Um,
He's like your guardian angel almost.
yeah. Um, So yeah, I started to speak at events, and the momentum picked up. And here we are. It's going to be 13 years on April 18th since we started Pawtographs for Pooches,
Awesome.
and we've raised it's $143,000 in change.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Wow.
so I'm hoping that during Pawtographs Parafest 7 we go over $150,000. That's my hope. That's my dream for Murray for that event. We're also going to be filming the Pawtographs for Pooches documentary with Stream Beacon TV. That is just something that I never imagined could happen in real life. So, really excited about that and bringing Murray and his story to a whole group of people that have no idea. So, there's a bunch of great things happening that weekend. We've got a mediumship gallery on Friday night. We've got a Voices of Contact panel Saturday morning. A bunch of great speakers: Dustin Perry, Shane Pittman, Josh Purvis. Thank you for that. I needed that. Aaron, Aaron Sager, Scott Tepperman, Dan Class from Hinsdale House, great friend. Scotty Rorick, who we were talking about earlier. You can see the poster now. A bunch of great people, and
Hmm.
Lauren and I will be there. We'll be talking with Todd, and we'll be sharing the story and sharing our stories about Murray. And at the end of the weekend, we're going to have a karaoke party. We're bringing in a sheet cake to celebrate Murray's birthday.
Oh,
Um, there's just a bunch of fantastic things, and the whole weekend is dedicated to him. And I'll be honest with you, there's going to be a lot of tears. Um, I'm going to cry a lot. There's going to be sad tears because I wish he could be there. Um, but the happy tears come from the fact that that we accomplished something for him. So um, really excited, and really excited that you two get to experience it for the first time. And I hope at the end of the weekend you come up to me and you say, you know what, this isn't like a normal paranormal event, because that's what we pride ourselves in. We pride ourselves in giving you an event that feels more like a family reunion where everybody has one purpose,
awesome.
and that's to raise as much money as we can for the animal shelter that we're working for that weekend. So
Well,
um,
it's going to be kind of a reunion for us because I think the last time we saw you guys was at Michigan Paracon,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, it's been a while,
I
and
think.
yeah, we're gonna have a great time. You're gonna see Tim Ellis there. He'll be there. He's the MC.
Yep.
Um, I never realized how important an MC was until I had a professional one. And that's not to slight anybody that's been an MC at an event. Tim Ellis is just so good at it that he took away all the pressure.
He is.
Like everything that needs to be done, he takes care of. And I had so much extra time just to relax and enjoy myself last year. So I can't
Good.
thank that guy enough for that. But
And that's important too because you've done so much work. It would be nice even for you to get 30 minutes to relax because I'm sure like when you say you're a ball of anxiety for the event, that's just normal, I would think. Because it is a big event and especially this one is so important. We're going to be pushing ticket sales as much as we can over the next 2 weeks because I really want to see you reach that $150,000 goal.
thank
Um,
you. And bring the entire country of Canada.
I will try.
Um, yeah, bring
It's
them
not
up
that
to.
far. It's
Yeah,
only
it's
about
not.
two and a half
If,
hours for
if
us.
Yeah, if you're going to come to one event in the United States and you're from that part of Canada, this one's probably the one to go to.
Right?
Um, I personally wouldn't want to come to the United States right now, but I thank you guys for doing that for us.
Well, and this is, I mean, I knew you had a really good, I'm sorry, your story really affected me a lot. um, the Murrays, it means a lot to me because I've had conversations with several friends about how important our animals are to us and how you can find a soulmate in an animal. And sometimes certain animals are brought to us because they're meant to save us. And I truly believe that with Murray and you. Um, and like you say, to get to that dark spot, if you've never been there, I pray to God you never get there because it's unless you've been there, you don't understand. I always explain it to somebody. I've unfortunately had several. I battle a lot with it myself with mental health. I have bipolar disease, and I've been to that dark spot a few times. Um, and it's not anything you can explain to somebody. It's void of all emotions. It's void of all rationale. It's just empty, and you can't explain it to anyone that's never been there. And so I completely understand what you were going through, and I will thank God every day that Murray was there for you that day.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, the worst day have had in my life is the day he passed away.
Yeah.
That was a tough day. I had a lot of friends that came over to visit me. My mom, my stepdad came over. More so, I think, worried of what was going to happen to me
Yeah.
in that moment. And I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't worried too. For 13 years, I basically lived my life for him. You know, he was my existence, and he was the reason I kept fighting.
Mhm.
Share a story that's probably not going to help your tears.
Sorry, I got waterproof mascara. We're good. Keep going.
When my dad passed when I was young, very young, and I always told Murray that when he gets to heaven, he's got to go find Grandpa. And when they were letting him go that day, I held him and I said, "You need to let me know that you're good. You need to let me know that Grandpa has you." And I said, Dad won't hurt himself. I promise, but you got to let me know that Grandpa has you. Otherwise, I'm coming to find you. And, that sounds exactly what it sounds like. I went to bed that night, and I woke up in the morning, and I woke up from 5 messages from 5 mediums. And every message was the same. Every message was, Murray says that he has to let his dad know he's okay. And Grandpa has him. And it didn't take away all the pain, but knowing that he had found Grandpa and that he was okay.
Yeah.
I knew he was in good hands, and I didn't have to worry about him anymore. And as the years have gone by, he's almost turned into this little ambassador. He comes and goes, and he'll talk to me every once in a while. And the first few times that it happened, I didn't trust it. I didn't know what was going on, and again, I felt crazy. But then he would tell me things that there was no possible way that, I would know.
Right.
And I started to believe in it. And now I go to events, and people will come up to me and they'll tell me about their animals. And I'll hear the little boy in my head, my boy. The most recent was at Michigan Paracon, where a man had come up to me and he had handed me a book that he had written about his dog. And I can't remember his name, and I apologize for that. But he started talking about the dog, and I could hear Murray in my head. And Murray kept saying, "The dog's brown. The dog is beautiful." I see the dog. The dog is fine. And I didn't want to see anything because, what if I'm wrong, And then he started telling me about his golden retriever, brown dog. And in that moment, I'm just smiling, because I know he got it right. There's been times when friends have had animals pass, and he'll come to me, and he'll tell me that they're fine, that they found their friends, that he met them. Most recently with that, a friend of mine at work had lost his dog, and it was very dramatic. He went in for a surgery and never came out of anesthesia. And he was a young pup, and it should never have happened. And like the morning after, I hear Murray in my head, and Murray said, he's actually doing really good. He's great, but I can't get him to settle down. Like he just won't rest.
He's a puppy.
And he goes, I wouldn't tell him yet though, because I don't think he's ready. And I waited a couple of days, and I went up to him at work, and I said, "Hey, I don't know how you feel about this stuff, but this is the message I have from you, or for you, from your dog." And he got all teary-eyed, and you could tell it meant something to him. But and he also related with the fact that dog never rested, and he was always running around, and he couldn't get him to settle down.
Perfect.
So that part made him laugh, but I didn't intend on coming on here and then just crying the whole time.
Yeah.
That was not my plan.
I would have brought Kleenex.
Tina does this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It was, it probably sounds real good when I just keep going. And but it's just like I can't pinpoint when it happened, but there was a time when I could think about Murray and I could smile. Like I'll think about him and some of the stupid stuff he did, and I can laugh about it now. But I'm just so grateful that it happened, and that he was a part of my life for so long. And for the longest time, I kept saying that the most important thing I ever did was be his dad. Mm-hmm. And now it's 1 and 1A because I got a family now, and I love them like crazy, and couldn't imagine my life without them. But none of that happens. I don't have that family. I don't have those kids without Murray.
Yeah.
And it's fun because the kids are 12, 10, and 8, and they get it. We told them the kid-friendly version, but they understand why Murray's so important. And the girls will do drawings for him, and I'll put him next to his urn. So he is revered in this house, and just celebrated any chance we get. And, I really hit the jackpot with that, where people understand how special he is, and I don't have to hide, how much I love that damn dog. But so yeah, as you can see from what I'm saying to you right now, and how I'm crying like a baby, April 24th and 25th are going to mean so very much to me. And I get to share it with a bunch of people I call friends, I call family, and just anxiety, yes, but really looking forward to it.
And I was just excited because I'm like, oh my God, look at all of our friends are going to be here. I want to go. I had no idea. It means so much more to me now to be there, knowing the story and knowing it's just such a beautiful tribute to Murray. Like this means a lot to me now. I don't care if I didn't know one single person at this event. This would be my one for sure that I want to go to, just because of that. It means a lot to me.
Well, thank you. I can't wait for you guys to experience it. And even if you didn't know anybody, you're going to leave with a bunch of new friends anyway.
There you go.
That's just the way it goes.
That's how the paranormal is.
That's, it really is. It was nice to meet people that didn't think I was crazy. And I mean, like you say, it's funny, you don't expect to get into the paranormal community and get a new family. And that's kind of what we do. And I love when you tell the story about living in a haunted house and having Murray make you feel like you're not crazy, like him being able to see all of what was going on as well.
Giving confirmation almost.
That confirmation, yeah. It's so important. I don't know. I think so, but
no, that's our cat who wants to join the party. I want to yell to a couple people. Hey, Dale, Mama D, Jason, a whole bunch of people in the chat.
No, and Deb and AJ are going to be at the event as well, correct?
Yep. Deb and RJ are going to be part of the Voices of Contact panel. Deb's double dipping next weekend. She's also on the mediumship gallery.
Mediumship. Yeah, I thought I read that. That's awesome.
So she's going to be Friday night and then comes back Saturday morning and is a part of that panel. Deb is a godsend for me. Being the person in that town, being the person in Houghton Lake, Michigan, and just the help that she gives. And I don't know if Deb has been at every Pawtographs Parafest, I feel like she has been, and if she missed one, it was maybe one. Um, but I think she's tied with me for getting for speaking at every one. And Dustin's been at every one but one. There was one year where it's like, maybe you need to take the year off, and he didn't. We should have had him there, but yeah, there's some great people that give their time for this, and Pawtographs doesn't work if we don't have those folks that want to be a part of this. It's a special kind of person that speaks at these events. I want it to mean something to them too, and for the most part, even if you don't understand it going in, you do when the weekend's over. So just like I said, what are we, like 10 days away? 10 days away from the Friday night festivities, and then it all seems real, and we can get going. And before you know it, it's done.
Yep.
And then you'll be relaxed, kind of, until the next one.
Yeah.
Kind of, and then I got to start planning and selling tickets for the one in September in Wisconsin. So
right, I was just going to ask when that one was.
The planning never stops, and that's kind of on purpose, because part of my depression, part of my anxiety is I always need to have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
For some reason, it calms me down. So as long as I have something to look forward to, my brain is at ease. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because then I get overwhelmed, and then I start thinking, why am I doing this? But if I don't have anything to look forward to, I get bored, and an idle brain is not a good thing for me.
And I love that Lauren jumped in with both feet. Like when you guys got together, she was just like, okay, what do you need? And right in there with you. It was lovely to see.
Well, the story that a lot of people don't understand and may not know is going into August of 2023. I was at Michigan Paracon, and I had met with Tim Maile earlier that day, and I told him that I thought Pawtographs for Pooches had run its course. We were struggling with ticket sales. The stress was becoming way, way too much. And I asked him if I could come back in 2024 and be a speaker and kind of say goodbye at that point.
Yeah.
And they had agreed. They were ready to let me come in, raise money for the last time, and say goodbye to everyone. And that happened to be the weekend that I met Lauren. I met her on the 25th. Murray's birthday is the 25th. All this stuff
Come on.
kind of put in place. And we started talking and became really good friends. And I think it was probably 3 months after we met that I think we both stopped trying to talk the other out of dating. And we realized that, I think this is going to happen whether we wanted to or not. And when we started dating, it wasn't much longer after that, she kind of looked at me and said, if you had somebody to help you with the stress and the anxiety and the planning, would you continue to do what you do for Murray? And I said, absolutely, I will. Ah. And that's why Pawtographs is still a thing. So in the beginning, I don't think people quite understood how quickly Lauren and I became this serious couple. I don't think that they quite understood what she meant to Pawtographs at the time, because she didn't want that credit. There were some folks that saw it from the outside and went, she's there just to take this over. They almost resented her for wanting to help me. But in reality, she's the one that saved Pawtographs. She's the reason that we continue to do this. And I can't thank her enough for that. She would be sitting right next to me tonight. Yeah. But we got the children tonight, and it wouldn't be much of a podcast with the two of us, and then two young girls hanging over our shoulders screaming at us.
Bring them on.
So she's taking word from the team, and she's hanging out with the girls and doing bath time and all that good stuff. But
I'm gonna need to bring Kleenex to this event. I think I've been crying for 40 minutes.
I think I think Kleenex should be a sponsor.
Yeah.
Next year we should reach out to them. But yeah, so a lot of people don't know that because she never really wanted any of the credit. She wanted to help, and my idea was, okay, if you're gonna help, then I think this should be an equal partnership, and you get the credit that I get. And so that's where that all started. And there were folks that were butthurt over it because they were very protective of me, and that's okay. I appreciate them being protective and caring. But at the end of the day, I would say 98% of them came around and realized that Lauren was a good thing for Pawtographs, and she works her butt off. She's handling vendors. She's got so much sponsorships going on this year. It's incredible. It makes my job a lot easier. She's just done a fantastic job, and especially at the Parafest in Houghton Lake. It's fun when people have seen me and Todd speak together, and then I think last year was the first time that it was the three of us, and it went a lot better than we thought because Lauren has her own story, and that's why we connected so quickly, because at a very young age she was convinced that she didn't want to be here. So our brains work similar ways, and that means that if one of us is struggling, the other completely understands and can be there for them.
That's amazing.
And that's the most beautiful part of our relationship and our marriage, is that we both finally found somebody that understands how our brains work, because they're the same. So all that combined into the fact that we're pushing forward with Pawtographs and doing all these events and getting all these great opportunities now to spread the message further than we've ever done before.
I love it.
Isn't it crazy how fast time goes by doing them?
It's all crazy. It's crazy how old I've gotten since I got into the paranormal field.
So
Listen, we all got great.
I've been doing this now for 18 years, and man, I was like I mentioned earlier, the TV opportunity, and that came 5 years in, and I'll be honest with you, I kind of felt like, oh, this is just a natural progression. Did TV one time and really wasn't a fan. I don't think they were a fan of me either, and that's fine. But did that, and then you make some great friends in this field, and it's been a while since I saw Scott Tepperman, but Scott put me in, I think, 3 movies, maybe 4. So I got some movies on my credentials and some TV, and
we had a pilot.
I got to do a bunch of great things and fun things because of this field. So I could never give back to it what it's given to me.
And we worked on a pilot long ago with Scotty, and wasn't Scott supposed to be on it too?
I remember me, you, and Scotty, and I don't remember the rest of the cast, but I think we should revisit that and do it because I love the concept. And now that we're all a bit more seasoned, but I got to bust your balls. This time, if we do it, can you not use a picture of me completely drunk?
I forgot about that. I just pulled pictures off Facebook.
Of course you did.
He looked happy, but it was a drunk happy.
I was happy, like really happy.
I'm sure he was really happy. Yeah. But that's, what though, that's the kind of the beautiful thing about streaming services is you get to keep that creativity, and you don't have to. I mean, you get to produce it yourself, direct it yourself, and I don't know.
I got friends in high places that stream Beacon TV. I could probably convince them to give us some airtime if you want to do this. I'm just saying.
Yeah. We'll talk about this next weekend if you have time.
Yeah, by people in high places, I mean the owner. So we'll sit Shane down and we'll have a good dinner and we'll explain our idea, and then the next thing you know, we'll be streaming famous.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be called like Forgotten Places.
Oh, you did? Yep. Yes, you've mentioned that to me before.
Yeah. But the concept of it was pretty cool. I'm not going to say it on here because I don't want people to know, not that it's
Nope.
like some crazy
No,
out there, but
no, they'll
I like
steal
it.
it from us, and then the next
Steal-
thing you know, it's on Beacon TV. No, but it was a great concept, and it just kind of fell through. And it is what it is. I mean, it's not the last, chance or the last TV opportunity that kind of fell through. I mean, they normally all do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no harm, no foul. And yeah, I think it'd be fun to at least talk to him about it and be like, okay, what can we do here?
Well, yeah, because Scotty will be there. I'm almost positive Scott was on it too.
I would imagine he would have had to have been.
And now you can cross the border whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
So this would be good.
I'm closer
But
to
it
everybody
was,
now, being up north.
I think at that time he was on Ghost Hunters International, so I don't think he would have been a part of it.
I thought Ghost Hunters International, and it was like 2012, no, 2014, I think. Because I met Scotty in 2011 and 2011 or 2012.
Okay.
But I haven't seen
It might have been the case.
Scotty
we
since
Either way.
2016.
Yeah, either way, you guys can sit down and chat about it. That would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, this will be fun now.
Yeah, this has got to be riveting airtime here as we reminisce about something that we almost did 12 years ago. The people watching this are like, "Oh, that is awesome."
Great, yeah.
But
God, you know what they're saying? God, these guys are old.
yeah, I don't remember Tim being that great.
Yeah,
Surprise! I am.
I got the grade 2 going, so.
All right. So if people want to purchase tickets to Pawtographs, you still have tickets available?
We do. You
Okay.
can go to pawtographsforpooches.com, hit events. It's the first one there. Click tickets. They're sold on Eventbrite. Or you can come to the door. You can buy them at the door.
There you go.
And yeah, every ticket counts. Every ticket gets us closer. And
And I said for those people,
there's links. If you go to my social media, there's links all over for the exact ticket link. So.
and for those people coming out of town, like they don't have to stay at the hotel where you guys are having the event. If they book up, there's other little hotels in the area as well. So I mean, if you call and the conference center is booked, then there's other places to stay. So yeah, I love that. Good job, Deb. Or just donate. I know we're bringing an item for a raffle. So you guys will have a raffle that weekend as well, a silent auction as well, if I remember
I think so.
correctly. So there's lots of ways to donate, and let's get you guys up to that 150,000. I'm so excited. I'm like gonna make this a personal goal in the next few weeks to just try and get you guys as much money as we can.
You guys want to meet Cora?
Yes.
Come down here.
Yes, we do.
This is my little sweetheart. Tell them they got to go to Pawtographs.
Oh, you're all frozen. Everybody's there. She is. Hi. Are you going to be there as well, Cora?
No, unfortunately, she won't be there. I think the attention span's not quite where it needs to be.
Fair enough.
You get bored.
That's awesome.
Mr. Jay Lynch. Hi, Jay. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Cora. I'm glad you came online with us.
You want to wave? All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, honey.
All I got to say, bye-bye. That's funny.
I love this. Okay, anything else that you want to talk about for this event or any other events you've got coming up, Tim?
Well, I could go through what we got going on. We just got done with the suicide prevention event at Ashmore Estates. Just send a big thank you out to Robin and Ashley for that. Just having us there, including us, and letting us raise money for that cause. And Palmer House in June, we're going to be out there doing another Pawtographs event. The Gettysburg Battlefield Bash at the end of July. We'll be back out there. Lauren and I are speaking there this year.
How is that?
Ascension Con with Mary's running it. August. It's mid-August. I don't have the dates in front of me. I'm sorry, Mary. But come out to Hastings, Michigan, and do that. There's a great lineup for that. September 26th, we're doing our own event here in Green Bay.
Right.
And then, man, that can't be it, can it? I think that's
Well,
it.
yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
you might want to take some time off for like the holidays, but you know.
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys are so busy.
yeah. I mean, in reality, it's like 6 events, so it's not like terribly busy, but
Yeah.
it is nice to have a weekend where you don't have to do anything. You know, um,
Or travel.
yeah,
Or travel, yeah.
yeah. The traveling part, like Sunday, I get home, and you guys probably understand this. I get home Sunday, and that day is basically gone for me.
Yep.
Even if I get home early, I can't function. I'm so tired that by like 7 o'clock at night, I'm just like fighting to keep my eyes open. But wouldn't keep doing it if we didn't love it. And everywhere we go, we do raise money for animal shelters in the local area. So
I love
that's
this.
that's basically what we got going on, and just really really proud of what we're able to do, and hoping that we can make the boy proud as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Yes,
joining
thank you very
us.
much.
Thank you for having me. It's nice to
Of
see you
course.
guys again,
Yeah, it's
and
good to see you.
yeah, I can't wait to see you guys. We're gonna have to Friday night. I'm probably gonna have some time where I don't have to be running around. So if you see me in the bar, let's get together. Let's toast to the boy. Let's have a drink, and let's start that weekend off and have a lot of fun.
100%. Yeah, we're
Awesome.
going to try to get up there Friday afternoon just so we've got some time to relax. And yeah, we will definitely see you guys Friday night. So
All right, sounds
awesome.
great. Again, thank you guys for having me on,
Thanks,
and
Tim.
letting Cora come on and make her first appearance.
I love it.
First appearance. That's awesome.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
We'll
All
see
right,
you in
thank you.
9 days.
Okay.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye. All right. As we sit here with our
As we sit, yep, back to the main
bam.
camera. There we
Hey.
are. Hey, we're getting the hang of this now.
Yeah.
There were such wonderful people in the chat. This was wonderful. We're going to see Deb in a couple weeks. Jay Lynch was in the chat, my brother. I get to see him this weekend for a little family thing. It was funny. He was saying, "We free weekend. What's that like?" And
I
that's kind
know.
of like I'm like, you know what? You're right. I started as Tim was talking about weekends. I'm like, yeah, we've got things planned like every weekend between paranormal events and people we have met through the paranormal. Like we've
Weddings.
got a wedding, we've got a baby shower. It really does become like family. Like that was the first time I've heard Tim talk about Murray. Oh my God, I think I legit cried for 40 minutes. I'm like, what a wonderful story. And it's, um, like I said, I identify with so much of his story. What are you doing?
Sorry. I was redoing something.
Oh my goodness.
But
Okay, so what have we got coming up? Let's talk
so
about us for 5 minutes before we.
all right. Next Sunday, we haven't let people know this, but we had taken a trip to Buffalo, New York a few weeks back now, right? And on the way back up into Canada, we stopped at the Screaming Tunnel
Yes.
and did some filming and took some pictures, did a little investigating. I know some people say, well, when you get the what the legend behind it is, you're supposed to do it at night and at midnight and all that. But Tina and I have been talking, and we have just as much activity and experiences doing day investigations.
I said it a couple weeks ago. I'll say it again. Ashmore is way more haunted during the day.
Yeah,
But yeah, we were at the Screaming Tunnel. We got some activity while we were there. So we're
yes,
gonna put some stuff together. And
yeah.
well, I say we. It's gonna be you.
Yeah, I'm doing all the work. But
On
we're going to talk about that next week. The history of the Screaming Tunnel. We'll talk about.
Tuesday.
Yes, next.
Yes.
What's next Tuesday? The 21st. And we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the history and the legends and everything about that Screaming Tunnel behind it. And maybe I'll get a little quick clip together just to show something that was going on in the tunnel with our equipment. And I just saw in the chat that Tina's getting ham salad this weekend for the lunches.
Oh!
So she's all excited. She
I
loves
got
it.
my
Yep, she
so
loves
I've
her
got
ham
my
salad.
Traveler's Moon shirt on today. For Chris and Kelly because we're gonna be seeing them at Pawtographs.
Yes.
And I introduced Chris and Kelly to the ham salad when we were at Rhodes Hotel last April.
Yes.
And as everyone knows that was with me at Rose, I say that ham salad is dance worthy, but only the ham salad I get from the Lynches because it's different. It's different. I don't care what anybody says. The ham salad that you get from the Lynches is better than anything else you'll ever taste in your
Coming
life.
out of Ohio.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
So that week, the 21st, we have that going on. Then the 28th, we were going to bring a guest on, but we decided we wanted to do another show with us because we kind of did something out of our comfort zone. Neither of us had done a Bigfoot hunt. Well, we did one because there's been at the time we went, there's 3 sightings within an hour from us, an hour and a half.
We're up to 5 now.
Now, Dina just looked, we're up to 5 sightings of Bigfoot. I don't know if it's the same one or different ones.
So if you go on to bigfootmapping.com,
Okay.
it shows everywhere in North America where there has been Bigfoot sightings. And if you look at our area, there's been 5 sightings in the southwestern Ontario region in the last week and a half.
Yeah, week and a half.
Which is really bizarre.
Yeah.
So
we packed up and went for a field trip, and we'll tell you if it was on, the 28th.
It's all about the adventure.
Yes, we'll tell you if it was a bust or, well, if we found Bigfoot, we'd be on the news right now. So
Yeah.
if we found any evidence, we'll tell you. And then starting May off strong, who do we have on? John.
We have Jeff Fent on. We're going to talk to Jeff about the amazing boxes that he builds. I have been very blessed to be friends with Jeff for about 10 years now. I've been able to investigate with Jeff and use his boxes. And even when he doesn't bring the boxes, Jeff is just a solid guy. Like, he's so down to earth. Like, I remember one time we walked around we were at the Old Licking Jail.
Okay.
And we just walked around town, and he was showing me some of the architecture of some of the old buildings, and had a bite to eat. And he's just a lovely person. I'm very fortunate to call Jeff friend.
I got to meet him twice. Once you introduced me at the Michigan Paracon. Very nice guy, and I'm actually interested in the boxes, how they work, and
They're wild.
yeah, and the material he uses. Won't give it all away, in case some people don't know about Jeff Fent. But tune in on what's that, May 2nd or something.
First Tuesday in May.
First Tuesday in May.
That's all I can tell you.
So tune in because it's pretty cool how he builds these boxes, and the material he builds it with is pretty cool. So
we're gonna start. We've got some friends that are at some events in the next month. So we're gonna put together some banners to show you some of the fun things that they're doing. I know,
like
Tina Marie.
Hold on, like right now, we'll put a couple banners up. Let's see.
Oh, you're ahead of the game.
Well, first we'll go back and show the
Pawtographs.
Yes.
Is again in 2 weeks. If you haven't gotten your tickets and you'd like to join us in Houghton Lake, Michigan, the lineup is amazing. I know 3 people that are vendors there that we are good friends with that I'm very much looking forward to seeing. It's a great group that's going, and it's for an even better cause, as you heard with Tim's story for the Ruscon shelter. Is that?
I think that's what he said.
Yeah,
I'm celebrating Murray's
birthday.
So that's a very awesome event. And the other one we have now, because we were promoting last week's event at Ashmore Estates.
Yes.
Suicide prevention, but that is passed now.
Yep.
So I'll let you give this detail.
Parapsychon. Parapsychon is at one of my absolute favorite locations that I have never investigated. I just really like going. It's a beautiful building, the Ohio State Reformatory. For those of you that are movie buffs, Shawshank Redemption, which is a great movie, was shot there, I believe. Again, here's the lineup, which looks fantastic. And our friend Tina Marie is going to be doing bone readings
Yes.
at this event. I'll get more into detail with that once we get closer to. I'm going to see if we can maybe get Tina on for a little bit to talk about what she does. I'm super excited. I don't know anyone in the area that does bone readings. Tina is a very gifted. Um, um, I'm starting to fade.
No, okay.
Tina's very gifted.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I've asked her to do a bone reading for me. I'm probably going to be going to Parapsychon by myself, but that's okay. You're probably going to have to work. You can't keep taking all these weekends off of work.
We'll see. I'd like to come to this place. I've been wanting to go to
Girls'
this.
weekend.
Well, I've been wanting to go to this location too. So, but that was the
Either
other,
way,
other events.
there's a lot going on in the area. So next weekend when we talk about the Screaming Tunnel, we're going to put together probably about 20 minutes, put 20 minutes aside so that we can talk about all of the events that we've that are coming up in the area where we have friends that are going to be at.
Yeah. Now I know some events Tim's going to be at.
Yes.
Tim and Lauren, right? Or Laura?
I see, Jay Lynch, if you're still on, I would really like to get you and Jason and Joe on as well one night soon to talk about Dark Realm
Yes.
TV. Um,
And the events they got coming up.
the
And
events you guys have coming up. Dark Realm is something near and dear to my heart, of course, because I know the boys have been working so hard on it for so long. Um, and my Paranormal Mysteries is on Dark Realm. So I'm a little, and you've got your paranormal wavelengths on Dark Realm. So I would really, well, we'll have to book the boys on to talk about that too, hopefully sometime in May. So I'll talk to you about that this weekend, Jay.
it sounds awesome. Yep. Make more plans.
More plans.
More plans. So, all right. Everyone have an awesome night. I'm not going to tell people that.
Have a wonderful evening, friends. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday.
With the Screaming Tunnel. Woo! Bye.
Bye.